What's up, people out there on the net? My name is Anthony. I just recently became a part of the United States Air Force Delayed Entry Program. It is November 27th, 2013, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I went through pretty much from the beginning of my processing to the end, which was today. So, to be honest, I started off about a year ago when I was 17. And, I wanted to get involved. Recruiter was like, oh, yeah, you got everything, you cleared. Only problem was my dad wouldn't sign the papers. So, I had to wait a year. My recruiter went back to his field, which he was in security forces, and I was stuck with a new recruiter. So, in August, I went down, saw the recruiter, went, excuse me, took my test at MEPS, did pretty well. I scored at 86, and he was like, hey, let's get that paperwork going, let's see if you really want to do this. Pardon me. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. So, get the paperwork going. Everything was, going smooth sailing. Finally, I got the date to go out and get processing. Now, processing is quite crazy. It is a very crazy day. It could be good, depending. At Los Angeles, it was pretty chill, I'll say. However, I went there 3 times, so that was a big issue for me. First time I went, did the full medical checkup. Only problem was I was having a bit of an ear problem. I couldn't seem to get all the wax out. So they're like, okay, we're gonna send you back. So I waited a week, went back recently, and they were like, oh, still not cleared out. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to get this ear lavage. That's what it's called. They clean your ears out with like water or some liquid, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I decided to, go off a couple things that my roommates were telling me, and I decided to, do the Q-tips, and like, try and clean it out. Well, what I didn't realize was that using the Q-tips actually makes it worse. It makes it worse, especially, you're going into Air Force and Navy where they need to see that. I believe it's called a visual seal or vagal seal. It's way deep inside past the membrane. If they can't see that, they're not going to clear you. Simple as that. And I was really scared, of being disqualified because of that. So I went down, got the consultation. That was cleared out. Everything was good to go. And, they sent me back over to MEPS. The doctor, head doctor, chief of medical, looked at it and said, hey, man, you're not clear. One ear, is good, but the other one had like a tiny bit left, and they couldn't see it. So they're like, we're gonna have to send you home, and you're gonna have to get that done. So I went back over to the clinic, and they did like an emergency, and it still wasn't coming out. So I went back over to MEPS. This was yesterday. I went through this yesterday. I started there, Tuesday. I went, and they were like, nope. So I went to the ear lavage clinic twice in one day. That was Tuesday. And then today is Wednesday. I was like, so scared. Tuesday night, they're like, here. They gave me some ear drops. They tried the peroxide. That didn't work. So I was like, uh-oh, something's not going right. They might have to send me over to Santa Monica. I wasn't, I was really getting scared, and I was really ready to like just be like, I'm done. But I stuck through it, and I tried those eardrops. I doubted, like, this isn't gonna work. But I guess miracles do happen. Chief of medical checked me as soon as I went up there around 7:30, and he said, hey, you're clear. Let me have another doctor check it out. And sure enough, I was clear. So I was like, thank the Lord, this is perfect timing. Thanksgiving's right around the corner, tomorrow actually, and this is something to be thankful of. So I was pretty excited. Now, after I finished that, I already had my ASVAB and all that stuff squared away. That was clear. Full body physical, no, that was great. However, I did have one problem. The depth perception test is extremely difficult. For me, I wear glasses, and they're not like a big part where I have to use them all the time, but for reading and just sometimes if I do homework, or when I'm doing homework, it's good for me to put them on. However, I didn't take them to medical, which was probably stupid on my behalf. So I failed that part, and that kicked me out of three good jobs. I can retake the ASVAB, but they're like you have to wait, 2 years. So I'm like, I don't think so. I much rather cross train while I get to my actual job. So yeah, if you wear glasses and if you're going into either the Air Force or the Navy and you need that perception, make sure you bring them. Make sure you're using your glasses because that could be three cool jobs. Anything with air traffic control, combat control, or anything in-flight refueling, you're gonna be cut for those jobs immediately. So, everything else was okay. Another thing that was a big setback for me, um, I don't have a driver's license, and that disqualified me for quite a few cool jobs. If you're thinking about going into security forces like I was, um, yeah, better have a driver's license or, be working on it really fast. Because that plays a big part in, security forces, air transportation, logistics, a lot of that stuff. You need driver's license to be able to, control vehicles, put them in the planes, get everything settled. Yeah, you need that stuff. I can't stress too much about it. To each is its own. There's still some good jobs out there. But anyways, moving on. Afterwards, I went through and got everything settled out. I was finally able to get my job selection and counseling going. Now, before you do that, with the Air Force, they have us do like a survey. I don't know if all branches do that, but ours definitely did. It was about 56 questions, nothing too hard. Just your opinion, and you go through your phase one where they just check your name, your mother, your father's name. If something was to happen to you while you were in combat or doing anything, who would you want the proceeds to go to? Always be wary of that. Anything could happen. No matter if you're a pilot or a service person, anything could happen. So it's something to think about. Then after that, went back to my job counselor, and he sat me down and said, "Here, this is what you are qualified for, and what are your interests?" And I was lucky. I got quite a few intel jobs that I'm like, yeah, I can do this. So, and my first choice was actually the first on the list, which is airborne operations. I'm not sure as hold on, give me a second. I have my whole contract with me. I think it's still on here. Oh yeah, airborne operations is 1A431. So yeah, it might be airborne operations apprentice because you can't just go in there being one. But yeah, that's my first choice. And they asked you to put down 10, but I'll just give you like the top 3 that I did. My second one was operations intelligence, and then my third one was a fusion analyst. Now, I believe that all 3 of them require either a secret or a top secret security clearance. So I know they're going to be going through my profile, through my family, background, everybody, and I am totally prepared for that. But it's well worth it. I really do hope I get airborne operations. You can do so much with that career, especially if you get stationed at Andrews or one of those top bases where you're constantly on those highly tech modified planes and you need to be that intel person. That could be your trip into Air Force One actually, which I found out. So that could be, hey, some big money right there, good money. You have a reference that you've been working on Air Force One as an intel officer or intel enlistee. That's gonna look great on any, resume going into, FBI, CIA, Secret Service, anything. So the options that you have, you're limited, but in the same way, you have so much that you could do with it. Um, so after I did that and I was finally done with my 10, I went back over to the phase. It was like phase 2, I believe. And I just got my green dot or something, making sure everything was okay. Then it was finally time for me to swear in. Finally, after 3 days, 3 hard days. I started my process on the 20th of November, and I finally ended on the 27th. That's a whole week that it took me to get this stuff straightened out. And hey, I'm glad I stayed. But um, we went through, went over to get my processing done for the swearing, just briefings, pretty simple stuff. Article 83 is enlistment something. Oh, fraudulent enlistment. That's our Article 83. Article 85 is I'm trying to remember because we just had to remember this. But Article 85, I believe that had to do uh when you leave without, what is that word? Give me a second. I know I have it here in my notes somewhere. Article 85, I believe it's when you leave, it's like you leave your post or whatever it is. I'm not gonna get all into it. You'll figure it out if you guys, are getting ready to dep in, as they say, or swear in. But yeah, anyways, you had to learn that. There was only 6 of us swearing in today. I mean, it was so chill. There was 5 army people and I was the only one in the Air Force. And they always got to talk crap about us. They call us the chair force now because we're always sitting. Well, whatever. We make more money than all you guys, so kicks my butt. No, I'm just playing. Not really. But yeah, it was only 6 of us, and it was real quick. They have you stand at attention, at ease, and then commanding officer come in, or somebody, an officer, female or male, doesn't matter, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it could be anybody. We happen to have a black female who was an E7, I think. She's pretty high up. And she was like, all right, that's how we do it. She was talking so fast. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I was about to pass out. But, I rose my right hand, I said my oath, my whole name, and I was good to go. I was so excited. I got my stuff going through, got my background check looking good. No kids. I'm single, happy. No dependents, no babies on the way, no baby mamas. I am straight. I'm feeling good about myself. But yeah, that was pretty much the whole process at MEPS. Now, out of that whole experience, I think the most fun I had was obviously at the hotel. And, I don't live too far. I live in downtown LA. And not even downtown. I live in Koreatown, like 2 minutes away from downtown. And, I wanted to stay in a hotel, just to get away from, my family, my sister, my mom, just, start to, get into that mindset that, hey, I'm not going to be, around you guys. So got to start getting used to that. But I had some pretty fun times. The first time I went, it was so crazy. My roommate, my name is Anthony. His name was Anthony. I'm 18. He's 18, and it was just like a really good experience. The second roommate I had was a year older than me. He was going into the army. I always get somebody who's going into the army, the navy, or what was it? Army, Navy, or Marines. It's always those 3. Never Air Force. It's always like 6, 7, or 8 of us, and then there's like 40 Army, 20 Marines, like maybe 2 Coast Guards or something, if there's any Coast Guard, and then Navy. But yeah, it was pretty cool. They have like a pool at our hotel. The rooms were pretty nice. The food was actually pretty good. This considering what I thought it would be like. Used to have some people that would call it mystery meat, especially if it's like some taco stuff. What else was there? They had a pretty good quality. We stayed at the Four Points right by LAX, and it was pretty cool. You get to see the planes coming by. It was real nice. Rooms were clean. I like tea, and they have like the coffee and stuff. I don't really drink too much coffee, but it's complimentary. They give you as much tea and coffee as you want, and I went out and took a dip in a pool the other day, and it was pretty nice. I went at like 9:30 at night, and the water was like really warm. Once my body adjusted to it because I finished working out. But yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a good experience. I'm definitely gonna miss those free meals. The breakfasts they were really good too. But honestly, you just gotta, make some connections, meet some people, guys, girls, doesn't matter. You start sharing stories with people, they start sharing stories with you. You learn so much about the people there, and it's really amazing that, you learn so much about a person's life in 5 minutes than you will learn, talking to them in their entire lifetime. People just got some things to get off their chest. And you run across a whole bunch of people. You get those stuck up white girls where they think it's gonna be all fun and games, and you crack a joke and they're like, "Oh, they're gonna chew your ass out once you get to basic, da 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 da. You ain't gonna be shit." And it's like, damn, are these white girls or black girls? But race shouldn't be an issue, and it's not. You get, some Hispanic girls and some black girls that are, they're pretty cool. Surprisingly, you see some that are like, damn, she's going into the military. She's fine as hell. But, you just got to keep it respectful always. The other night, actually, when I was at the hotel, you could tell these kids were young and they were just being stupid. There was a whole bunch of 17-year-olds, and they all happened to be like, I guess, like in the same floor. However, what they do is with the boys, they're always in rooms either on the second floor, third floor, or fourth floor, and the girls are always in either seven or eight, depending on how many floors there are. And some guy or somebody, the room next to us, there's like four guys, right? And two girls, and they're all 17. And we're like, now what the hell is going on here? Don't do something that's gonna get you in trouble. Um, Also, set alarms. You got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I set an alarm for 2:45 the first time I went there, and I was talking to one of my friends till like 1 o'clock. I slept through my alarm, and I was lucky enough to get up at 3:30, scramble, get my clothes together. You got to be prepared. So the second time I went, I was right on time. 3 o'clock, boom. I was up, getting ready. I was down before they even sent the wake up call. That's how early I was. And the third time I did it, I was, about 2 minutes, 2 minutes off, but I was up, ready, and at the same time, like as soon as the wake up call was going, I was walking out the door. So, you got to be prepared. But yeah, seriously, you guys need to make some friends when you go to MEPS. Don't be afraid to talk to people. I had a roommate that was very antisocial. Like he was one of the guys that had to go get his ears cleaned, and he wouldn't go to ask to get his papers once he was done. Like he really, I was like, dude, just go ask. Everybody's gonna be waiting on you to get your papers. But yeah, don't be afraid. Those people they're pretty cool. Sometimes they may seem like they're a little bit grouchy, and they might be kind of standoffish, like especially the people who work at MEPS. But don't take it the wrong way. Like at first I took it the wrong way, but then I made it into like a joke, so I didn't get so like all butthurt or whatever. Like plus, you're a man, you need to man up, right? Do some push-ups. But no, try and just like, be cool, be courteous, follow directions. You follow directions, nothing is gonna happen to you. You're not gonna get yelled at. I mean, it may not be basic training, but still, they will, they'll let you have it at times. But yeah, everybody was pretty decent. You meet some of the people who've been, serving for a while, and you might run across a few embarrassing things, especially for the guys. You had to do this cough cough. If you know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's not fun. I had to do it 3 times. I don't know why I keep having to do things 3 times. Like it wasn't fun. I was almost disqualified because I guess I had some type of varicocele down there. I was like, what the fuck is that? Excuse me. But I was just like, and it was like, you could be disqualified. I'm like, what is that? Anyways, yeah, it was crazy. But um, I made some good friendships, really quickly. It's hard, because I'm in the Air Force and a lot of people, are Marines and they're going their separate ways. I'm going mine, but I think when you make that connection, you guys always got to remember that it's a team effort. You guys may be Air Force, you may be Marines, you may be Navy, you may be Army, you may be Coast Guard or National Guard, but ultimately we are all working together for the same cause. We're all working to protect our homeland. This is our home. We don't want people coming over from Iraq or Afghanistan trying to hurt us. I mean, we may be wearing different uniforms, but we all fight, side by side. So yeah, just something to keep think of. But yeah, I don't want to bore you guys too much. I know it's a lot. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just need like advice, hit me up. I have Facebook, I have Instagram. What else do I have? I have a Skype. If you want to Skype, ask me questions. I'm really friendly. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not a standoff type of person. You could ask me whatever you want. I'm pretty open too. So if you want to know, hey, like, what'd you have for dinner last night? Go ahead, ask me. I'll tell you. Or if you want to know how I'm, controlling my appetite or eating habits, because maybe some of you might need to make weight and you need to drop a few pounds or have a few pound buffer, ask me about it. I always got. I'm learning. I'm learning as I'm going, but I try and pass it down to the people who are either following in my footsteps or who are thinking about it. So don't be afraid. But yeah, message me, ask me a question. Don't be afraid to just say, "Hey, what's up?" You know. Yeah, like I said, I'm a friendly person. Don't. I mean, come on. Anybody can trust this face. Not just. But yeah. But anyways, I hope this was helpful. Um. Yeah. Oh, before I go, I forgot to mention, I do not. Let me say that again. I do not have a guaranteed job or a guaranteed leave date. What I did was, and I'm gonna direct this, to everybody. First of all, let me just say, I am a college student. I'm a junior. If you want to know how, I'll tell you. I'm not gonna go into detail here, but yeah, I'm 18. I'm a junior at Cal State Northridge. I got my college credits, and if you want to go in with stripes, first of all, I would consider signing up for 6 years. Reason why I say that is, if you sign up for 4 with college credits, you're gonna have to work just twice as harder to get that same rank that you could have if you sign up for E3, and with the 6 years. Now with that, here's how it works. You go through basic, right? Everything's clear, college credits, cool. You go through. As soon as you graduate basic training, you slap on them stripes. I believe it's 2, but hey, you're going in the door with 2 stripes. 2 is better than 0. So if you want to do that, go for it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm doing 6 years minimum. That's my minimum. I might really like the job I get. Now I'm hoping I get that airborne operations. That's my ultimate goal. But if I can't, then hey, I'm just gonna take what they give me and make the best out of it. But yeah, like I said, any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to know, just never feel free or never feel that you can't talk to me. I'm really easy to talk to. If you need to vent, I'm right here. But yeah, I would put my cell phone number out there, but no, I'm not that crazy. Who knows who's out there watching this video? Might be the enemy. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I hope this was really helpful. If there's anything that you want me to touch up on or confirm, or that you're just concerned about, just ask me. I'll try to clarify, because I know I was a bit, all over the place. This is my first time doing this, just to let you guys know. So yeah, but I will keep you guys definitely updated on my process. And yeah. Oh, one last tidbit. Keep forgetting to throw these things in. But I did quick ship. I signed up for quick ship. And I know some of you guys might be like, "What? You did What? It's actually pretty interesting. They said that I have pretty much a 15-day window for quick ship. With that being said, I could be shipped out by December 15th, which is right around the corner. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna be in Texas for Christmas. Woo woo. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, quick ship is definitely an option if you really want to get away, or not necessarily get away, but if you really want to go. And yeah, think about it. I mean, it's cool. It's open to anybody. But yeah, hope this was helpful. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. And best of all, good luck to you guys out there that are thinking about going into any of the services. And once again, this is Anthony with the United States Air Force Delayed Entry Program. And have a good day. Bye bye.